Thanks a lot, Mark. So my name is Chen, and I'm with Pure Action, and we believe that yoga is medicine. Okay? Yoga is medicine. Breathing, staying in the present moment. How can we do that? Okay? May is Mental Health Month. Okay? Lots of people in America, 1 out of 7 people suffer from some type of mental health issue. 40 million people with depression. 16 million people, or 40 million people with anxiety disorder. 16 million people with major mood depression. Anxiety in yoga, the way we look at it, anxiety is a fear of the future. Depression is a regret, it's guilt, it's sadness from the past. We're looking in the rearview mirror, right? So instead of looking forward, instead of looking back, you need to stay in the present moment. You stay in that present moment, it's mental illness, no more, okay? So that's one thing we really want you to walk away. One simple message is from today's talk is just how to stay present, how to breathe. When we practice yoga, most people say, I can't practice yoga, I'm not flexible, right? How many people have heard that? How many people think that? I can't do yoga, I'm too stiff, okay? There's no flexibility required, right? There's no prerequisite. It's the 1% rule. Do 1% at a time, right? That's how yoga works. That's how yoga was always designed to work, right? 1%, just show up. Take each posture one at a time, and take each breath one at a time. That's the most important thing. And then you're practicing yoga, okay? So yoga is medicine. That's what we firmly believe. We've done lots of research on that. Cardiovascular disease, one of the biggest, it is the single largest killer in America. 800,000 people die every year from cardiovascular disease. It's a silent killer. How many people know that? How many people have a family member? Raise your hands, right? Just about everybody, right? How many people know people with a mental health issue? Taking more hands, okay? 1 out of 5 people in America have some sort of mental health illness. 1 out of 7 are taking some kind of prescription medication for it. And I want to also tell you, when you leave this room, is that hot yoga, I'm a big fan of hot yoga. I'm with SweatNGlow. Any kind of yoga, any kind of movement is going to be good for you, right? So just as much as you have to eat right, from what Mark has told us, you have to exercise, you have to move, okay? I'm going to tell you about benefits of heating the body, heating the body inside out. Talk about creating sweat. When you can burn up the body from the inside, you'll sweat, and the afterglow will be amazing, right? So everybody please just stand up, all right? Everybody stand up, let's try something, okay? So bring your feet together. You can bring them side by side. Then bring your arms over your head. Inhale. Stretch up. And then bend your body to the right side of the room. And from here, take a deep inhale. And then exhale. Only breathing through your nose. Now inhale, come back up. Inhale again, stretch up. Exhale, bend your body to the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Now inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bring your arms down. And place your hands on your lower back. Inhale, look up. And drop your head back. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, look down, tuck your chin to your chest. And inhale, come back up. Then bring your arms down by your sides. How do you feel? Pretty great, right? Pretty simple. That's our start, our 1%. So please have a seat. So do that every day, Right? I grew up in New York City. I was a kid from Queens, I like to say. And charging forward, just like Petra, right? Everything, setting the goals, doing well in school, sort of getting a job, working in finance, accounting, investment banking. I did that. I was in the grind. You know, in New York City, I'd ride public transportation, and I'd see all the people around me, and they all were probably about 35, maybe pushing 40, but they looked 60, okay? Gray, tired, stressed. And does everybody relate to that, right? People must relate to that. I said, this is too much. I can't be that, okay? When I turned 40, I said, I'm done. And so moved on, practiced yoga, started teaching yoga, and just started taking each posture one at a time, each breath one at a time. And so yoga after 50, that's my Instagram handle. You know, follow me, and I'll show you how yoga can be really everything you need. No more drugs, no more alcohol, just, you know, yoga, okay? Yoga and nutrition. So the science behind hot yoga, let me take you there. The science behind hot yoga, there's a lot of research now being done that when you elevate your body's core body temperature to 101 degrees, that sounds scary, right? What you're doing is you're producing a low-grade fever, and all beautiful things happen when you elevate your core body temperature. Your fever is a natural response. You know, we've evolved. You know, our immune system just kicks into high gear. Whenever you take a bite of food, right, our body is reacting to that food as if it's like, wait a minute, this could potentially hurt me, right? This is what happened 10,000 years ago. You didn't know what you put into your body. That activated your immune system. Your body's core temperature would rise, right? What happens when you raise the core temperature? Immune system goes into gear, okay? Short-term stress, short-term inflammation, okay? And our body learns from that. Our body learns from short-term stress, short-term inflammation. Get these processes working. Get all these biochemical pathways kicked into gear that we've lost touch of. Think of how cold it is in this room, right? I like it to be 105 degrees. It's about 72, okay? We wake up, we go into an air-conditioned car, into an air-conditioned office, and we go back home into our air-conditioned home. We don't know what heat is. We don't know what discomfort is. So Sweat and Glow, hot yoga, get yourself uncomfortable. As a triathlete, especially in the summer, right? Isn't it great?
Yikes, yes.
Yikes.
I did Chrome, Texas for a little bit, and then I got heat stroke, so that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah. We stopped at Texas.
A little too
we were
much.
Like, nah.
We'll stop at heat stroke.
That's good.
In a hot yoga class, you'll stay safe at 101, okay? And the whole thing is, you just do what you can. You are responsible for taking care of yourself, every posture, every breath, okay? So it's nothing to be scared of. Heating the body. It's statistically significant that people with mental depression, major mood disorder, they have an elevated core body temperature, and they have a very difficult time cooling down. So what will happen is, by heating the body to the 101, you turn on the air conditioner. The brain's air conditioner says, wait a minute, we're a little bit too hot now. Now finally, in this person with major mood disorder, they get to turn on the air conditioner. That's why you feel so good. That's the runner's high. That's the sweat and glow, okay? And the same chemical pathways that trigger serotonin receptors and serotonin release. And this is a natural medication. Exercise is natural nutrition, okay? Natural exercise. We've seen the same response, mental health and addiction, okay? Mental health and addiction, 50% comorbid. There are studies now that show group medical visits for people in rural America who are used to painkillers. They can walk into a group medical visit at a pain clinic, and instead of the medicines, instead of the opioids, they'll do the group mindfulness practice, the yoga practice, and they show better results. People, 50% reduced or got off of their painkillers. So think of all the implications, think of all the possibilities, and that's why, why we're doing what we're doing, and that's why yoga